Alright guys, what's going on? I'm down here with Agar. Wanted to do a video and had a lot of people that said they liked these little mausoleums, so I thought I'd kind of show them on video a little bit as I talk. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about was the state of affairs with the gun and ammo industry right now, and what I think is going to happen in the future, my prediction. Now, this is just my opinion. You'll see a lot of comments below of varying opinions, but guys, I've been doing this stuff long enough and I know about this stuff enough. I'm sure most of my subscribers would agree that I can give you some very strong opinions on what I think is coming. Okay, so first off, this is going to get even worse as we get closer to the election. Gun sales are going to be going up higher, ammo sales. You're not going to be able to find this stuff just kind of like it is now. It's pretty scarce. You can find it, but you're going to have to pay. I mean, I see guys selling 1,000 rounds of 9mm target ammo for $600 online, literally. So speaking of that, I got a surprise coming in the mail, and you guys will see that unboxing in a few days. That little surprise I got coming will be here. As we get closer to the election time, everything is going to increase in sales from what it already is right now. And I'm not trying to make this a political video. I don't do political videos anymore. But I have to talk about this election in order to give you some basis for what I believe is going to happen. I don't care who you vote for. I'm not trying to talk you into anything. Most people are already set in their ways. So vote for who you want to vote for, okay? But let me give you some facts about it. If Biden were to get in, the next 4 years would be the biggest war on firearms in this country that we've ever had. Now, anybody that wants to say, oh, you know, you're exaggerating or you're just fear-mongering or trying to scare people, let me give you this little fact. Some of you real young ones might not remember this. Let me tell you something. Joe Biden was the only politician in my lifetime that got a ban on firearms. That was all him. He drafted that bill, he put it up, and when Bill Clinton was in office, it went through, and it was called the 1994 crime bill. It lasted for 10 years, and it banned almost all semi-auto rifles except for .22 long rifle. It banned any magazine holding more than 10 rounds. I know guys back in the 90s that were paying $70 and $80 for a 17-round Glock 9mm magazine. But let me tell you, that was all Joe Biden. He literally is the only politician in my lifetime that banned guns. Now, why is it not banned anymore? Luckily and thankfully, there was a 10-year sunset clause on that bill, which means that the bill would expire in 10 years. It would have to be revoted on again to be put back into place. Sorry guys, somebody just interrupted me. So what happened was, when this semi-auto ban, which is basically what it was, you weren't allowed to purchase a new AR. There was a lot of things you couldn't buy. It was the most sweeping gun ban in my lifetime. And what was written in the bill was that after 10 years, it would have to be evaluated and re-voted on to be put back into law. Well, 10 years later, George Bush was in office, and thankfully that bill was not re-signed in. They found that the bill did nothing for crime. It had absolutely zero impact on crime. And that, I'm just giving you an example to let you know that things can happen. The things can happen if we don't watch our backs, okay? Now, like I said, I just want to end that with, if Biden gets in, don't care who you're voting for, but if Biden gets in, there will be an absolute war on firearms. It'll be the biggest war of your lifetime. I guarantee you that with everything in my mind, body, and heart, that it'll be the biggest firearm war in our lifetime. I think they would go as far as that if somebody does some shooting, some crazy guy does a shooting, we'll talk about that, that I think they would do an executive order to ban, starting off with AR-15s and AK-47s. Let's talk about that a little bit, active shooters, and why the only remedy they have is to ban guns, which wouldn't even work. I find it very ironic in this country that people are so out of it, and so much, people are such sheep that what they feel is that they feel security and safety because the school has signs that say gun-free zone. Let me translate that to the soccer moms and the feminine men. We'll talk about that in a minute. What that means is, when you see a sign that says gun-free zone, that means no law-abiding person that could save you in here is armed. We've empowered and made a mass shooter's job easier and safer for the mass shooter. He will get the most amount of kills in this facility with little to no resistance, because we've disarmed all the law-abiding people that will obey this sign. That's what that means. Now, when I say feminine men, what's going on in this country is they're trying to erode and eradicate masculinity. They want to make a man not a man. They want to turn a man into something soft, like, you know, like these Antifa guys, these guys that walk around with Antifa. Like they're real skinny and they got long hair, and you can't really tell what they are when there's a mask on. You can see that these Antifa guys, the majority of these Antifa guys, are real soft, skinny, spaghetti arms, no masculinity, no manliness whatsoever. In fact, the women that they hang with in Antifa are tougher than the males. The women are normally the ones that'll step up into a guy's face and be more aggressive if they don't have a weapon. So this country is at a war with a lot of things, and one of the things it's at war with is masculinity. A lot of you know this already. Now, let's say that President Trump gets reelected. It'll be 1 to 2 years before the ammo normalizes in the stores, where you can just go in for a decent price and pick up ammo. Let me tell you why. People now know what can happen when things go wrong. And ammo has become such a commodity that people realize its true worth. So, when ammo starts getting stocked back in stores, if President Trump gets reelected, what's going to happen is all these people are going to start stockpiling ammo. The ammo will come back in stores probably at a slightly higher price than what it was 2 years ago. And people will think, man, this is a great deal, and they'll clear the shelves. They'll buy all that they can because they realize if anything goes wrong, what can happen in our society. That's why I say it will take probably 2 years for ammo to normalize in the stores, because I feel that even when there's no limitations on buying ammo, and if President Trump fully seated back in president, guys know how much of a commodity ammo is. Now, as far as firearms, AR-15s, if you don't have an AR-15 and you're looking for one, well, you're going to have a hard time finding one. And if you do, you're probably going to pay double for what it costs, especially closer to the election. Smith & Wesson M&Ps. I really like the Smith & Wesson M&P Sports and Sport 2s. I love those ARs. For a lower priced AR, those are one of the most reliable, a rifle you can take to war. Those are you can get for $4.99 during normal times. Guys will sell those for $1,000, and there will be guys that eat them up. There will be guys that buy them like crazy when they sell them for $1,000 bucks. 30-round AR-15 magazines. I'm getting them for $10.99 right now. Getting PMags Gen 2s. I seen the last scare we had when Obama was in office. I seen guys selling those magazines for 50 bucks a pop, used, not even sealed in the plastic. And guys were eating them up. Guys were buying them. Guys were trading them for high-end items. Guys were trading PMags, a few PMags for, something that is pretty high item or a nice knife or something. Guys were using these in all kinds of ways. But I'm telling you guys that regardless of who gets in office this presidential election, the ammo scene is going to be hit for a while. These ammo companies will have to catch up, and like I said, there will still be supply and demand, and people will be stockpiling. They now know the worth of this ammo and what it means to have it on stock, and to know that, hey, that store you go to every week, that gun store that has shelves and shelves and floors just stacked with ammo pallets, that can easily dry up. People don't realize that normally. Now, I think that if President Trump gets in office, there will be a benefit to the gun sales, because I believe the AR-15s and all the guns will normalize and be back on the shelves in the stores, okay? Even though the ammo will be scarce, your AR-15s and your popular carry concealed guns, the Glock 43, the Springfield Hellcat, the SIG 365, which I want both of those, the Hellcat and the 365. I believe that those and your AR-15s, your M&P Sports, I believe those will be stocked pretty quickly, because people won't worry about a firearm ban, so the sales will let up on those items. That's just some of my thoughts and opinion, guys. I've been around this stuff for a long time, and I'm telling you that things can change on a dime. They really can. And you have to be aware of what we're heading toward. So it's not going to get better right now. It's going to get worse. And another thing too is, when the numbers come back, if President Trump wins the White House, I feel that the anarchy in the streets is going to magnify. I don't think it's going to go away. I think it will magnify. That also will give another push for gun sales and ammo sales. That right there will give a push for gun and ammo sales. So either way, we are looking at tough times in the firearm industry. The good news is these firearm companies are making enough money, and ammo companies are making enough money, that there's no fear of them going bankrupt or not being able to design new products. What's going to happen is all this millions upon millions of dollars that the gun and ammo companies are making will drive ammo companies to come out with newer, possibly better ammo, and the gun manufacturers will have tons of money for R&D on new concealed carry guns, new AR-15s, new gun designs. They'll be able to pay engineers and things like that. So this does help us, guys, in the gun community. Even if you have a stock of guns like me and a lot of you watching this video, all these people out there that bought up all these guns and all these gun stores, they actually helped our cause. All that money goes right back into the hands of the manufacturer, who then in turn uses portions of that money for new products, research and development, and things we can look forward to in the future and new gun designs. Well, all right, guys, I hope you found this video informative. Feel free to post any of your comments below, and we'll talk about it in the comments section. All right, guys, until next time, this is DOF and Agar, and we are out.